From scandal to scientific success, Isaac Newton was never far from controversy. This is the E, True Hollywood Story of Sir Isaac Newton, Calculus Edition.
Hey, what are you doing in here?
I mean, I guess I've always just been kind of introverted and, the shyer type. I mean, I've never really liked having people in my personal business. It's just who I am, there's lots of people like me, but it was kind of difficult because I'm a science guy and you have to publish works and stuff, but I made it work for myself. I mean, I've always been shy. Even as a child, I'd say I was more shy. I was kind of the bookworm. I had a stepfather and he had a lot of books in the house, and so I'd like to go over to their house and read the books. Those were some good times. Me and the books. And, well, at first I wasn't sure if I'd like my stepfather because, he was my stepfather, not my real father. But, as I began visiting them more and more, I really began to like him. And his books. I was born on Christmas Day, not many know that, but ever since then I've felt a connection to God and the Word.
During a break in his schooling, Isaac Newton's mother tried to convince him to become a farmer. During this period, he was engaged to a young woman named Catherine Storer, but this engagement was later canceled, and Newton remained unmarried his entire life.
I knew Isaac Newton. I was engaged to Isaac Newton. But he was just working all the time, working on his directives, and I couldn't handle him being out of the house all the time. I needed to cook for him, and he was never home. He was working with all his buddies, and then fighting with, Captain Hook. Robert Hook. And it got too much. I left him. I ended that engagement.
In the first of a series of bitter disputes, Newton locked horns with the Society's celebrated curator of experiments, the bright but bitter Robert Hooke. The ensuing controversy, which continued until 1678, established a pattern in Newton's behavior. After an initial skirmish, he quietly retreated. Nonetheless, in 1675, Newton ventured yet another paper, which again drew lightning, this time charged with the claims that he had plagiarized from Hooke. The charges were entirely ungrounded, and after this, Newton withdrew. How did I know Isaac Newton? Well, basically you could say we were enemies. Isaac Newton came into the Royal Society of London in 1971 after I had been there for 9 years as the curator of experiments, meaning each week I would perform experiments to show the other scientists in the society how smart I am. I've made many contributions to various fields of science. I invented Hooke's law, which any of you have taken physics you would know that that's how we are using correct clocks today. If any of you have a clock in your house, because of me. Anyways, back to me and Isaac. Well, Isaac came in, and with all his brilliant ideas, was just always trying to show me up and make himself sound better than me. And you know what? I have been called possibly the greatest scientist of the 17th century. So you know what, Isaac? Sorry, buddy, but I'm still smarter than you.
I just had the best idea ever.
What could that possibly be, Isaac? You know you're just my follower.
calculus, derivatives, slopes of slopes.
You know what? Where were you last week at the department meeting? I've already published an entire book.
No, you don't
on that
understand.
subject.
Like derivatives. Like I can find the slope of points on a graph. And
I'm sorry, but I don't even think you could tell me what the derivative of 3x squared is.
6x, but it's not important because I invented that.
I'm pretty sure you just looked.
You just looked at my paper. Stop being a copycat.
I can ask anyone who has ever studied or read my book, and they would say that you've plagiarized my ideas. And you know what? We're just going to end this discussion right now, Isaac, because, frankly, you are just a pathetic.
I'm gonna take it back. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back.
Okay, stop it.
Isaac Newton, please kneel. I, Queen Anne of England, knight you, Sir Isaac Newton, for your discoveries in the realm of science and calculus. Please stand. Congratulations.
Well, I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Calculus or something like that. I couldn't handle it. He was just but I could not handle it. He was just working on those
Well, I'm pretty tired.